This is really dangerous for Sean Strickland right now. This is really dangerous for him, and I think that if he can't knock him out, then bro, it's going to be bad on him. It's going. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we are going over the upcoming UFC fight between Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez. But before we get any further into the video, make sure you like and subscribe if you guys like seeing the content like this. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, if we look back at their last few fights, Hernandez, his last win was against Roman Delicious, which was a spectacular performance. The grappling and the domination on the feet was really good. As for Sean Strickland had an okay fight with Dricus du Plessis, the second one. Sean Strickland, it has been looking good for him. He had a boring fight. I feel like it wasn't really that good against Paulo Costa, which was supposed to be a good fight. I didn't really think it was as good as what it actually was coming into. Dricus and Sean Strickland number 2 fight wasn't as good. So Sean Strickland's last 2 fights weren't really as good, I would definitely say. But Anthony Hernandez, he's rising on the star. He's big. I think his biggest win over Roman Delicious. He was supposed to fight Reinier Dritter in Canada for October 18th, but he had an injury, so where he couldn't fight. Now he's gonna head is fighting Sean Strickland. It's a good win. It's a good victory for him if he beats Sean Strickland, which I possibly think so too. Because think about it, Sean Strickland has been looking really good, and I feel like his last really good win was against Israel Adesanya. Hasn't been looking really too good for him. You know, he had a close fight with Dricus the first time, but then his last 2 fights weren't really as appealing. So that's why I feel like Sean Strickland's kind of like that thing where I think he should retire if he loses this fight. And also, he's fighting in Anthony Hernandez's hometown in Houston, Texas. And even though it's not like it's a bad thing, but Hernandez is going to have that hometown advantage, and I think he's going to have the advantage to win this fight. Sean Strickland, I don't see it happening, bro. And I'm pretty sure Hernandez is probably going to try and knock him out. He's still probably going to use his wrestling, but I think Anthony Hernandez is the only dude who can beat Khamzat Chimaev besides Narcine Evolve. Everybody, and those are probably the main 2. There's others, maybe if they get a little better, they could beat him, but Anthony Hernandez is probably the biggest grappling threat to Khamzat Chimaev, and I think he'll beat him too. I think the winner of this fight should get a title shot. Well, if Hernandez wins, I don't know if Sean Strickland wins. Even though it's a big win, but for sure, I don't think he should definitely get the title shot out of this fight. But if he does, he's gonna get ragdolled by Khamzat Chimaev. Like, bro, who has really fought that has like really good wrestling that he beat? Like Dricus, he has pretty good wrestling, and he lost to him twice. Kamaru Usman, he fought him, and he has, I think, Kamaru has a really good wrestling. Lost that too. So that's why I think that Sean Strickland, if he was to beat Hernandez, he wouldn't beat Khamzat Chimaev. He says that he'll beat the heck out of Khamzat Chimaev. I don't think so at all. I think he's getting ragdolled and probably submitted on that first round. Gonna go the same way how Khamzat Chimaev did Robert Whittaker. What I think will be a good fight for Sean Strickland if he win or lose this fight is to fight Robert Whittaker. Because if he loses this fight, he's on a 2-loss losing streak as well. And so is Robert Whittaker. And either way, even if he does win, I feel like those are the main 2 that should retire after that. So if Sean Strickland wins or lose, just fight Robert Whittaker after that. That would be a good fight. If it was like a few years back and they were to fight, Robert Whittaker would have smoked him. But I don't know about now though. As of right now, it's 50-50. But back then, it would have been one-sided Robert Whittaker. If we go over the styles, if you see Sean Strickland when he spars, he's technical and sets up his punches. That when he goes in and fights inside the octagon, he just freaking just throws at your head and tries to rip your head off. He has good wrestling, but Sean Strickland just doesn't use it. He'd rather try and rip your head off than try and freaking use his wrestling. He has good wrestling takedown defense. I'll say that. But do I think is it good enough to beat Anthony Hernandez and Khamzat Chimaev? Absolutely not. But if he can defend Anthony Hernandez's takedowns and keep him on the feet, he might knock him out. I know Anthony Hernandez is going to go for the knockout, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to strike with him the entire time. He's going to probably gas him out on the ground and then try and go for that knockout. He's going to do it smart. I feel like some people, they want to knock somebody out. That's a striker, but they can't do it by striking with them. They got to do it by using their wrestling. If they're good at wrestling, use your wrestling, tire them out, and then that's when you could probably try and knock them out. But even then, you still got to use your wrestling. And I think that's what Anthony Hernandez is going to do. He's going to play it smart. He's going to use. I feel like he's going to use a little bit of Muay Thai type stuff. I can see that playing out. Knees, elbows, in using him in the clinch, using the clinches. And I think that's how I see it playing out. For Sean Strickland, he's going to go out the same way as usual every time and probably get knocked out or get beat up for 5 rounds. I don't think Sean Strickland has the advantage on beating Hernandez. This is really dangerous for Sean Strickland right now. This is really dangerous for him. And I think that if he can't knock him out, then bro, it's gonna be bad on him. It's gonna be bad for him, and he's probably gonna lose fans. Cause I know Sean Strickland got really popular, especially after beating Israel Adesanya. So if he loses this fight, they're probably gonna fans, and people gonna look at him like how they used to. And for people to say that Sean Strickland is beating Hernandez and Hernandez doesn't have a chance, then you're crazy. Hernandez doesn't have a chance. No, Sean Strickland doesn't have a chance against Anthony Hernandez. Hernandez, I think he can do so much things to Sean Strickland in this fight that I don't know if Sean Strickland will be able to handle that. I really don't. And if Sean Strickland does, then he's just tough like that. But if he can't, then it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be crazy. And yeah, but Sean Strickland, he's gonna have to implement his discipline. He's gonna have to be really disciplined coming into this fight. He can't just go ahead and brawl the entire time. He's gonna have to be smart, like how he does in the sparring matches. Think smart and don't go aggressive at it. Cause I feel like if you go aggressive at someone like Hernandez, he can either swoop a punch and then either go for like a knee or something, or take you down. So that's what he's gonna have to do. Sean Strickland, he's gonna have to be technical and not be so aggressive. Like, cause I feel like he be doing that in the sparring matches, but then when it comes to the octagon, he just brawls. I don't know why. Like, why would you train for something that you're not gonna do in the octagon? So Sean Strickland's got to use that. He's got to use his kick that he usually does. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's a kick that he does to back you up, and he used that to hit your body. He's got to do that against Anthony Hernandez, but set it up though. 1-2, then do that kick you always do. That's what I think you should do. But yeah, my final predictions here are Anthony Hernandez winning this by submission or knockout, one of the two. I don't think it's going the distance. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you guys like seeing the content like this. And for now, I'm out.